cuties, welcome back to my channel. So I am just finished with a quick workout that I did. I went to the gym today, but then I did something extra at night. I've really been trying to dial down on my hamstrings and triceps because those are my problem areas. So I'm setting up a little experiment, which actually I should probably record and show you guys if it works or not. But anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to gain weight. So I feel like on here, I've lately talked more about like how to lose weight or cut calories, etc., etc. But I realized that there's a whole other side of the spectrum that I came from, and that is how to gain weight. Now, I'm not going to be talking about how to gain weight from an eating disorder perspective, although that's where I came from. I'm going to be talking about just in general how to gain weight when you are just naturally skinny and your metabolism is on fire and you have a really hard time gaining weight. And if you are interested in me speaking about how to gain more weight when you are coming from like an eating disorder history, feel free to let me know because I came from that, and so I can definitely help you out with that. But anyway, how to gain muscle, gain some weight when you are just naturally very skinny. So first of all, obviously it's calories in versus calories out. You're going to have to find out how many calories you can eat per day to gain weight. To figure that out, the simplest way is honestly going online, and if it fits your macros, usually is pretty on point. I usually like to pick two different sites and I'll get my macros from both macros. It'll also say the calorie amount that you have to have. And I always mention macros because I count macros, but if you're not counting macros, you do just need to know the calorie. I kind of average out both of my results, and then I put it on MyFitnessPal. Once it is all set in stone on MyFitnessPal, like I said, put my macros in there. But if you're just doing calories, put the calories you need to eat in there, and then you need to make sure you are dialing down on your eating. So if you are just trying to gain weight, obviously go about it however you want and eat above maintenance. However, I feel like because you're on this channel and it's a fitness channel, you are most likely trying to gain some muscle, but you have muscle in mind. And so for that, I definitely suggest that you are on point with your protein. It is a lot easier to lack in protein for the most part, and so that's why I'm putting such an emphasis on that. Next, training. When you are training at the gym, make sure that you are pushing yourself enough to where you're struggling at the end of your set. You know, you want to almost reach failure. I know some trainers are against this. I'm all for it. I think you should be all in when you're working out, and so go and grab that weight. Obviously, don't cheat on your form. Don't ego lift. Be smart. You don't want to get hurt, but you do need to challenge yourself. And I think that, you know, there's nothing wrong with picking up a weight, curling it, and saying this is too heavy, putting it down and grabbing something later. I think that weight is something very, very important. Now, I know everybody's muscle grows a little bit differently. Some people I know have grown their glutes better by doing smaller, lower weight and high reps. It's crazy. And then some people like me need a lot more weight and less reps to grow their glutes. Usually you do hear people saying 12 reps is hypertrophy, 12 to 15, and then like 10 to 12 is just muscle growth, and 6 to 8 is strength. But I find that that's not necessarily true a lot of the time. Everybody's different, and so just figure out what works for you. The gym should be a place where you can experiment with your body. At the end of the day, if you are doing something for, let's say like 2 weeks, a month, and you're not seeing any sort of difference, change it up and try again. You know, you don't lose anything by doing it. Just be smart. Like I said, you don't want to get hurt. Another thing is you need to be consistent with all of this. So eating and training is not something you can do really good one day and then the next day just fail at. Your eating needs to stay on point all the time. If you're doing above maintenance one day and then the next day you're falling off track by a lot and you're doing way below maintenance, guess what? You're not going to gain that weight. Same with lifting. If one day you are going really hard, you're doing heavy, or like you're challenging yourself, and then the next day you're like, you know what, I don't feel it, I'm just going to go light, your muscles are not growing. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to your body. Some days we do need some rest. We do need to listen to our bodies, but learn the difference between listening to your body and being lazy. You always have to want it really, really bad in order to achieve it with everything in life, and lifting is no different. Another thing I would suggest is sticking to compound exercises. Compound exercises are things like deadlifts, squats, bench. Now, some people don't do some of these things and they claim that they don't help them build their body like a bodybuilder would. They say it's more for powerlifting. I personally have found that these lifts help me tremendously in growing everything, because when you're benching, you're not just working out your chest, you're working out your shoulders, your triceps. When you're deadlifting, you're working out your back, your legs. It's incredible. So you really want to make sure you're being smart about your training. Like I said, the gym should be your playground, and it should be a place where you experiment what works best for you. There's nothing wrong with trying something, saying this doesn't work for me. It could work for someone else, but it doesn't work for you, and that's cool. Throw it away, do it occasionally, whatever you feel is helping you best. But yes, for me, compound lifts has helped so much. And I always do add accessory work. I think that's huge for growth. But like I said, I'm constantly challenging myself. Just be consistent, be smart, and don't be afraid to try something, have it be a fail, and then try something else. I've been doing this for a couple years now, and I can't tell you how many times I have tried things that didn't work out, and then I just go back to the drawing board and try something else, kind of like I'm doing right now with my hamstrings and my triceps. They do not grow easily, and so I am experimenting, and I think that that's actually really fun to do. So anyway, give me a big thumbs up if you found this somewhat helpful. If you want some more in-depth details, or you more in-depth help, or you have more questions, or you think I missed something, I don't know, please let me know. I wanted to make this kind of quick and just simple, but thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all a ton, and I will see you soon.